Yo, what's up, guys? What's happening? It is your boy. Welcome to another episode of Scary Fridays. I know it's been about 2, 3 months since I posted the last one, which I left off on episode 20, I believe. We ended off on a good one, so I hope we continue that way. Here's the lineup, or where am I gonna put it? I'll put it here since where it's somewhere on the screen. But yeah, we got MJV animation. No, your weirdo MJ, Sir Spooks, and Nightmare Tale or Nightmare Files. No, I've picked short clips on purpose because it's like midnight right now, and I need to go to sleep. Anyways, let go.
I've learned one thing from my one and only experience picking up a hitchhiker. Don't pick up a hitchhiker. It was a Saturday night, probably around 1 in the morning. I was driving down the 542 in New Jersey, a route I commonly took to get into town. It was a long stretch of nothing but woods on either side with the occasional residence. I was on my way back home from town, and as usual at this time of night around our quiet old town, there was not a single other car on the road. I turned on the off-road lights on my Jeep to have optimal vision on the unlit highway, which allowed me to spot somebody far down the road, just standing at the side. As I got closer, I saw him raise his arm up and stick up his thumb.
Nope.
He was trying to hitch a ride.
Don't
My heart
stop.
started racing. I had no idea if I should stop or not.
Nope.
I slowed down just to get a better look at the guy, first of all. He seemed like a younger man, maybe 28. He had on a light gray hoodie with the hood over his head and...
Let me stop you right there. He just said he looks young, maybe 28. How can you be specific on that number if it was dark and he had a hood on? Well, actually, maybe after you gotta look at him. Whatever, though. I wouldn't have stopped.
denim jeans. The time to make a decision was immediate, and with a lack of my better judgment in the heat of the moment, I came to a stop, rolled down the window, and asked, "Where are you heading to, friend?" "Just up the road," he said in a deep, quiet tone.
Just up the road? You could have walked there. I would have just rolled up the windows and kept driving.
"Hop in," I called out the window. He opened the door to my Jeep and stepped inside slowly. Jeep Wranglers have very tight seals on the doors, so when he tried to close the door the first time, it didn't shut. I politely said, "Oh, the door didn't shut. Just open and slam it shut real hard. These doors are hard to close." The body language he was giving off in response was unsettling. About 3 seconds after I had finished my sentence, he looked at me, then turned his head slowly to the right, and again waited 3 or 4 more seconds before finally opening the door and then slamming it back shut. By the way this guy was moving, I already regretted my decision to let him in. I put my foot on the gas and we started moving along the road. The speed limit on this road was 55, but I was going 75 just to get the guy to his destination quicker. "So, how far did you say you're going?" There was an awkward gap of silence before he replied with, "Just a few miles up." I wanted to turn the radio on to kill this awkward and downright creepy silence, but something in my head told me not to for whatever reason. Suddenly, I could see just through the corner of my eye that the man had turned his head and was staring in my direction.
Sus.
At this point, I was telling myself that I needed to get this guy out of my car. For a good mile, I felt his gaze just hitting me like a brick, and all the while I tried my best not to look back.
Bro, that would feel weird as shit. Like, I remember when I used to work at this other dealer, I would have to like drive people back home, and I don't know, I would like try to start a conversation, and if we didn't talk, I'll just turn up the radio. But in a situation like that, If the dude just staring at you while you're driving and not seeing, that shit must feel weirdest, but it's your fault. Nobody told you to pick him up.
Finally, he turned his head the other way and said, "You know, I've been wondering for the longest time
What?
if it's just worth it to end it all." I looked at him in confusion. He dug his hand into his pocket and said, "I've been carrying this knife with me for the past few weeks, wondering when the right time would come."
Not
He
right
pulled
now.
out a big red knife from his pocket, and at that instant I felt like my stomach had dropped out of my body. I told him to put the knife away immediately. He told me in a calm, emotionless voice, "Pull over next to that sign."
Okay, I just thought of something. I noticed, at least he didn't mention that he didn't put his seatbelt on. So he wouldn't even have to tell me to pull. As soon as he pulled out the knife and I would have told him to put it away, he said no. Okay, cool. I would have slammed on the brakes so his body jumps towards the dash, and I would have tried taking out the key real quick and dip. That means he'll be chasing you in a dark road, so I don't know. He can probably vandalize your car. I don't know, there's a lot of things he could do. Well, let's see what he does.
Did what he said, coming to a stop next to a speed limit sign, and what followed still haunts me. He began to slit his forearm next to 3 other scars from previous assumed self-inflicted cuts, and
Okay.
let out a disturbing moan. I managed to choke out the words, "You need to get out of my car right now, buddy." He looked at me again and said, "Get out of the car. I want to show you something." I told him no, and he raised his knife up closer to me as an obvious threat. "Just get out for a second. There's something I want to show you behind that sign."
Please don't tell me he gets off. Cause what do you have to show me that's beef? Anyway, just out of in this area, what do you have to show me that you can't show me from in the car? What do I have to get out? Like I said, this whole everything's sus, but this is making it susser. It's not even a word. I don't know.
I knew my life was on the line and I had to be smart. I said, "Yeah, okay, man. Let's go." I opened the door to my Jeep, making a point of leaving it open, raised my hands in the air, and backed away slowly from the door. He too left the car and started walking over to my side. At the exact moment that he was directly behind the car, I jumped back in, threw it into drive, and floored it down the road,
Okay.
never looking back. I got back home within 10 minutes, still breathing heavily and wanting to throw up.
Okay, one, a Jeep does not sound like that. It sounds like it got turbo. But I mean, that was smart. I don't get how he was in the front of the car. Yeah, with his hands up, and then when the guy came out, why did he go behind the car? Because he said as soon as he was directly behind the car, that's when he got in and took off, right? Whatever, it worked.
The scariest thing that has ever happened to me. And I urge everybody and anybody that if you by some chance see a hitchhiker on a dead road at some odd hours of the night,
Don't pick him
do
up.
not take any course of action other than speeding right past them.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of common sense. Next video.
Next!
Okay, this one is called 5 Scary Videos That'll Keep You Up at Night by Sir Spooks. Now, it's like I mentioned, it's midnight right now, so let's see if this will keep me up. I see a lot of cuts on here on the time, like if it's a timeline. Oh, I probably just said, never mind. I have not checked out a Sir Spooks video in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I've checked out King Frostmare, but they pretty much post the same type of videos, so I hope the videos that are in this video are not the videos that I've already seen. But without further ado, let go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 creepy videos that will keep you up at night. Some of these will be of potential ghosts, while others will be visual or audio evidence of potential unknown creatures.
Hold up, let me fix the angle of my camera.
A YouTuber named Tabrez Sheik Official has only uploaded 2 videos to his channel ever since its inception back in 2016. One of the videos is a relatively simple video that he recorded for TikTok, whereas the other is nightmare fuel to say the very least. In the clip, Tabrez is outside somewhere in the city of Jamshedpur, India, while filming some trees which he just seen off in the distance. But take a look at what appears on one of those trees.
On one of the trees, he said?
By all accounts, it certainly looks as though a person or maybe even a paranormal entity or a creature is hanging from one of the trees. But because the video is so short, we never get an up-close look at what exactly this figure is. I will admit though, this video has an unmistakable realistic quality to it that's difficult to describe. Watching it is sure to give anybody the goosebumps. And if this footage is 100% real, like the uploader insists, then it's no wonder why the uploader felt so unsettled.
I mean, yeah, it is creepy, but...
It goes without saying that there are many different folkloric creatures out there that many people speculate if they exist or not. Even for non-believers, it's a little exciting to discuss the possibility of these horrifying creatures roaming the very earth that we live on. But who knew that some of these creatures could seemingly be right near your house? On October 12, 2019, a YouTuber named Jack and Coke posted a video to his channel which initially comes across as a relatively simple piece of home security camera footage late at night. Everything seems to be going fine around Jack's front porch, but that doesn't last long. Have a listen to this disturbing piece of audio. A second video posted a couple of days later features the same screaming noise, just from a different angle.
Sounds weird.
A large number of commenters have come to the conclusion that this may be the scream of the infamously debated Navajo creature, the Skinwalker. A Skinwalker is said to be a harmful type of witch that has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. And last but not least, they have the ability to make loud screeching noises, which most certainly fits the bill for what we just heard in these 2 videos. It's quite interesting to read the comment section of this video because it seems that almost everyone is in agreement that this is not an animal at all, but a skinwalker or something very similar. So, I'm curious, what do you think caused this screaming noise? Was it a skinwalker, maybe a coyote, or was this just staged? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. On July 9th of 2021, a TikTok user named OldFolkyJohn uploaded a security camera video that, much like others, appears to be relatively harmless upon first inspection, but as the seconds tick by, the quicker you start to realize that the footage is anything but normal. For a couple of seconds, we look at what appears to be a backyard of sorts, with a fence on the ground and a couple of trees around it. Pay close attention to the trees.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but I already see like 3 faces right there. I mean, obviously I can't point them out, but they're on the left side of the screen. Let me know if you see them too.
And make sure you have your volume turned up.
Oh shit. Fuck it, I'll keep it up. Ooh, nah. Okay, my phone just stopped recording because I guess there's new terms and conditions for the iCloud. And honestly, I thought I had lost the first clip, the first half of this recording, but I just had to accept the terms and conditions, which is stupid, but whatever. We're gonna continue where we left off. That shit was stupid. What is that? Honestly,
All of a sudden, a mysterious clicking or gurgling noise can be heard, which sounds like something straight out of the movie A Quiet Place. And if that wasn't unsettling enough, a terrifying creature can be seen poking its head around the trees before eventually vanishing from view.
bro, that could easily be an old person. And obviously the sound, it could be from A Quiet Place. That looks like an old person.
In a follow-up video, old fogey John says that he found a couple of holes in his garage door, and so he decided to set up a camera nearby to see if he could capture anything suspicious overnight. As you can probably guess, that's exactly what happened. Take a look.
Ooh. Ooh. How does it know where the cameras are at though? You see? As soon as he peeked his head out, or its head out, it knew exactly where to look.
If these videos are ever proven to be genuine, then I seriously hope that this TikTok user either moves out of this house and finds a new place to live, or calls in some sort of investigator, because judging by the videos he has uploaded, he certainly isn't living alone. Playgrounds are a place for children to spend as much time as they want, going on swing sets and having fun on various different slides.
I seen a thumbnail for this, so I already know what's gonna happen. Well, just watch.
Chances are you went to a playground many times as a kid and remember it fondly as being a nostalgic, safe place to spend your days during your youth. But not all playgrounds are fun. Some playgrounds are said to be haunted by the ghosts of children. Take for instance the Shelton Park, that is said to be home to several ghost children. According to legend, at night, these kids can be heard playing and having fun, but eventually, their happy voices turn to screams of absolute terror. This video shows a playground at an undisclosed location at night. The uploader says that the footage was filmed by his neighbor, who was recording his daughter going down the slide at their local playground. The young girl in question is about to go down the slide, and when she does, it looks like she has fun. But little did she know that something genuinely unnerving happened right behind her.
Hey, vente.
I got chills.
Hey, vente.
If you look closely behind the little girl, you can see what appears to be some sort of a ghostly boy peering at the girl from behind her before vanishing without a trace. The uploader says that his neighbor swears that at the time of recording this video, there was nobody else at the playground. And
Hold on, let me stop you right there. 2 questions. If Is this the Shelton, whatever the hell park he said he was? That the neighbor said that they hear kids at night? If it is, if you know about it, why would you take your kids there? One. Number two, why would you take your kids at night? Like I like to say, tenías todo el pinche día and you gonna take them at night. In other words, you had all day and you gonna take them at night?
It was just him and his children, the strange figure not being one of them. So what could have possibly been behind the young girl at the slide? Was it a ghostly boy wanting to make a new friend? Clever video editing? We may never know the definitive answer. Rooted Expeditions is a relatively small YouTube channel that focuses on a man named Zach, who frequently uploads videos that see him exploring various different abandoned and haunted places. It's got something for everybody, whether you're a travel enthusiast or a horror enthusiast. In one video published to his channel on July 17, 2021, Zach decides to do a challenge where he ventures out to the nearby forest in the middle of the night and wants to see if he can stay for 30 minutes completely alone, engulfed by the shadows of the night. Zach may have thought that this would be an easy challenge to complete, but he will soon find out that's not the case.
I don't know.
At around the 12-minute mark is when things start to seriously take a creepy turn, and it's here that Zach realizes that he may not be alone in the woods after all. Have a listen to all of the terrifying noises he caught while on his exploration.
Okay, before anything happens, let me tell you this. Actually, no, I think I've seen some Hispanics do it. I was gonna say, damn, only white people will do some shit like this. Go explore the woods in the middle of the night. I've never, and I don't think I will ever see a black person do that. I believe I've seen a Hispanic do it. Oh, fuck, I can't think of his name. It wasn't a wood though, it was a freaking cemetery, which is worse. What's his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure he's Hispanic though. Or Latino. Kinda see the same shit. Yeah, I can't think of his name.
This is an old tombstone right here, guys.
Wait, is it a cemetery?
All old stuff right here.
That kinda scared me, okay? When he turned the camera.
Please tell me you guys heard that. It's like placed here. Like this one even got broken. Wow, 1883. Wow. Okay, I'm hearing sounds all the way around me.
So
Alright,
this
let's
is a
check this guy out.
challenge where you have to be 30 minutes alone. So I think that's what I think that was
I
the
really
title.
like these type of
Damn.
what the up, guys? I hope
That's
you're
scary.
getting this. It's like when your mind starts playing tricks on you guys.
How are you
It's
laughing, bro?
crazy. Oh my god, you freaking hear that? Like, I want to go over there, but I don't. I know I'll regret it if I don't. So let's do it.
After hearing all of these increasingly unsettling noises, Zach eventually decides it's a good idea to leave, and he packs his things and leaves shortly thereafter. But what could have possibly been making those ominous noises? It's entirely possible that it could have been somebody hiding in the forest trying to mess with him and scare him, but it's also possible that this could have been an animal, or perhaps some sort of spirit crying out for help. Either way, I think it's safe to assume that Zach will want to conduct his next exploration somewhere else. And that was 5 creepy videos that will keep you up at night. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Next. Okay, this one is from Nightmare Files. It is called Creepy True Car Breakdown Horror Story. It says live action, so it's real actors. So I don't recall ever reacting to Nightmare Files. I probably have one video. I think I do. I think I recorded it in my car. But I didn't know he had with real actors. I didn't know he had one. And I think there's a couple more videos that I will react from him that I just seen right now. I have them on my watch later. Anyways, y'all know this last video is usually scary video with real actors, so I don't know if I should put my green screen for the other videos. I don't know if it's I don't know. Whenever I decide to do a video in here again, I'm gonna see if I can fit my green screen. It'll be better. Anyways, yeah, y'all ready? Lego.
This video has high-quality live-action visuals provided by the YouTube channel Dark Echoes. The link for this channel is provided in the description. In 2004, I was an 18-year-old freshman attending state school 2 hours away from where I grew up. I might have had big plans to change the world, but I was still daddy's little girl, and I had a hard time cutting the cord. I ended up going home to visit my parents every couple of weeks, though. It was a boring drive, and I would listen to audiobooks to pass the time. That's how I discovered Stephen King's story collection, Skeleton Crew. In one of the stories, Mrs. Todd's Shortcut, a woman finds a wormhole while exploring the back roads. Something about that one connected with my sense of adventure. It inspired me to take a different route home every time I drove back. It was easy enough at first, but pretty soon, I had to scour the map to find new paths from point A to point B. And since I'm submitting my experience to this true horror channel, it goes without saying that one day, it all went spectacularly wrong. It started with car trouble. I was on a beautiful dirt road, enjoying the scenery, when my vehicle started vibrating so hard that it was impossible to control.
What kind of car is it?
I thought it was a flat tire, something I was capable of fixing, but it wasn't.
Oh, so Toyota Corolla. Never mind. I thought those were reliable. They are. This is just acting.
All 4 tires were fine, which meant I was stuck in the middle of nowhere in need of a taxi and a tow. I was on an agricultural road, south of the interstate. I guessed I was 20 miles from the next town and maybe 2 or 3 miles from a road that would take me to the freeway. I've been on the side of the road for almost an hour, and not a single car passed by.
Damn.
I started packing my stuff up. It was time to start walking. I figured there was a house somewhere on this road where I could ask to use the phone. But as I got out of my car, I could hear an approaching vehicle in the distance. I thanked my lucky stars and I waved it down. The driver pulled over in front of my car. A relatively attractive guy in his 20s stepped out. He had me pop the hood and looked at my engine. He stared at it for a long time and then offered to drive me to a payphone. Despite being good looking, there was something off about him. I sensed it right away, and I might have declined his offer if I didn't see a photo of a kid hanging from his rearview mirror. The idea of him being a dad overrode my gut instinct, and I accepted.
I mean,
As we drove, he was mostly quiet. We made some small talk, but it felt forced, and it's...
Sorry to stop it right there. Low-key, I would have probably got in too, because it's not nighttime, even though it's still sus. But he does look kind of like he's up to something. But like she said, or like he mentioned, he saw a picture of his kid, which it's probably not his kid. That's probably how he lures people in or get people comfortable to make them think he won't do anything crazy knowing he got kids. But it's still sus, but I would have probably done the same thing.
Seemed like he refrained from looking at me in my eyes. Every time he glanced in my direction, it felt like his focus was on my body and not my face. I suddenly regretted going in a crop top instead of wearing something more conservative. When I saw the turnoff to the interstate, I felt a sense of relief. I looked out on the road and waited for him to slow down, but he didn't. When I protested, he told me that the road was under construction and we'd have to take the next one. There weren't any detour signs, and I pointed that out to him. He shrugged it off, saying he must have got them mixed up, and we'd take the next one. I argued that we could still turn around, but he said it wouldn't make any difference because the tow truck would be coming from the town anyway. At this point, I started to become scared. I had a gnawing fear that he had no intention of ever taking me to a payphone.
Nope. Okay, that's always sus. I don't care if it's your car, bro. I wouldn't feel comfortable if somebody reaches their arm. I don't even look. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but when I used to live with my brother and sister, when I would sit on the couch, my brother would do that, like just put his arm on the couch, but what he's doing on the seat, but on the couch, and I would be right here, and I would just feel weird. I don't know. It makes me feel weird, so I would have felt weird, especially since she's a girl and according to him, attractive.
So I bluffed and I told him that I needed to go to the bathroom ASAP. He started to slow down, and again, I felt this sense of relief. But then he stopped on the side of a road and told me to go ahead and use the bushes and that he would wait. My bluff had worked, but not in the way that I hoped. I stepped out of the car and I started to walk. I was maybe 20 feet away when he called after me, telling me not to go too far because there were coyotes around.
Okay, one. I mean, he wouldn't know that, but she left her bag. So that could have probably told you she's coming back. But unless she didn't have anything valuable, then she said, fuck it. But she left her bag. That's where she messed up.
I walked around 20 feet to the top of a hill and caught a glimpse of a lake. It was massive, much bigger than it seemed on the map. I pretended to squat down and debated whether or not I should make a run for it. I was a swimmer back in high school, and I felt confident that I could outswim this guy if I could make it to the water.
You don't know if he has a gun. You can't outswim a bullet. Like I said, you forgot your bag. How stupid would that be? I'm pretty sure you have your ID in there.
And then I heard him, slowly creeping toward me. He knew I wanted privacy, and yet here he was trying to sneak a peek. That was the decider. I sprang to my feet and I sprinted toward the lake as fast as I could. It must have caught him by surprise because I got off to a huge lead before him starting to run after me. And I needed every single step. He was bigger and faster, and every time I glanced back, he was closer than the time before. I started to think that he would catch me, that my fate was sealed. And then the woods cleared, and I was at the shore, and once knee deep, I dove in. I cross-stroked for a solid 100 meters before I dared to look back. He was still on the shore, watching me. I stopped swimming and treaded water for a few minutes and realized that he wasn't going anywhere. He was going to stand there and wait for me.
He probably can't swim.
I knew that if I didn't try to swim across, either hypothermia would set in or eventually I'd tire out and drown.
Never mind.
Nightfall was quickly approaching. I tried swimming parallel to the shore to see what he would do. He followed me, step for stroke, keeping an eye on me for the entire time. It was cat and mouse and I was losing. And then at that exact moment, I heard the boat. In the distance, a fishing boat was headed out to deep water. The man chasing me obviously saw it as well because he made his move. He got a decent jump on me before I started swimming for my life. The 100-meter lead quickly became 75, and then 50, and then 25 before he started to win, and I was able to pull away again. As the boat neared, I stopped swimming so I could wave and scream. It was a fisherman and his young son. They pulled me out of the water and I explained to them what had happened. We looked for the man, but he had disappeared into the dark of night. No sight, no sound. The fisherman was nice enough to call off his fishing trip and dropped me off at the local police station. An officer took my statement while I waited for my dad to come pick me up. I finally let my emotions take over and I bawled the entire time. The man was never found, but I doubt too much effort went into finding him. After all, he hadn't committed any crimes. I accepted the ride voluntarily. I wasn't abducted. And since he never caught me, no battery or assault had occurred. I got one of those Nokia brick phones the next day. My car got a new axle a few days later, and I eventually went back to driving home on a regular basis, but never on the back roads. I always took the interstate. I decided to leave that adventuring stuff to Mrs. Todd.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it right there. I forgot I was gonna say something from the first animation. I was gonna comment on it, but I forgot. Low-key, when I go back, like when I travel or when I go somewhere far, I always take the back roads instead of taking the freeway. Which, I mean, I have a new car, but you never know, that can still break down. So I gotta be more careful, especially at night. Especially now, you know, I got a family. Feels weird to say. Anyways, well, I hope you guys. This wasn't too scary, but it was like, if it was to happen in real life, maybe. But I mean, it was entertaining. But yeah. I think the ones scarier were probably, I don't know, probably Sir Spooks. I don't know, whatever. It's not too disappointing. I know for the next Scary Friday, I'll choose a better one, at least for the real life actors. What short horror films? At least for those, there's a couple more that I could have picked for this one, but since I haven't reacted to Nightmare Files, I chose this one. But anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Scary Friday. What is this, episode 21? Yep. I literally stopped doing them for like 3 months, about maybe 4. But you guys know my situation. And this idea kind of just jumped to my head right now. Well, earlier today, that's why I'm doing this tonight. I don't know if you guys could tell where I'm at. I'm not going to say where I'm at. But if you guys can tell, if you know where I'm at, put it down in the comments and I'll let you know. That's why I'll probably just put a green screen next video. Anyways, it's about to be 1 a.m. right now. Okay, if you guys like this episode of Scary Fridays, let me know down in the comment. Make sure you like. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Leave any recommendations down below. You know what? I'll actually put, I guess, the list that I have. I have a list of permission. I have a list of people that gave me permission to react to their videos. Which the last time I posted, I think I was like at 15. I don't remember. But here's an updated list. It's at 21 right now. So feel free to check out any other videos. Browse through their videos and let me know if you find a scary one that I haven't seen. I would say probably except Snarl, because Snarl does still get copyright claims even though I got permission from her. But whatever. Anyways, like I said, if you guys liked this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.